Hey kids, it's your old buddy Kay here from the ICC, International Cheese Control. Here today with a lot more cheesy stories and cheesy adventures. Today is review episode. My favorite one because the questions are harder. There's no multiple choice questions. There are no essay questions either, but there's no multiple choice questions. We're going to be talking about everybody. Noah, Elijah, Daniel. We're going to be talking about God. We're going to be talking about Jesus. We might be talking about squirrels. Who knows? We're definitely talking about Parmesan because it's my favorite cheese. It's the hardest to catch, but it's the best and the tastiest. So, the verses. Do you remember the verses? We had 4 verses. They're all hard. Did you remember them? They're not as hard as an aged wheel of Parmesan. So now, let's get ready for the review episode of Wfet.
Start the clapping.
Yo, 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 yo. Huh? Yo, yo.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite game show, Name That Gadget. Name it. First released in 2001. Bye-bye, Walkmans. iPod. $300,000 were sold on the first day it was available. iPad 2. Frank Lambert recorded a talking clock. Record player. Invented by Israeli company M Systems in 1999. Flash drive.
Many years passed after Adam and Eve left the garden. People began to forget about God. They did bad things. God was sad to see the bad that people did, so God decided to start over again. However, there was one good man. His name was Noah. Noah and his family were good people.
Noah, what are you doing with all that wood?
God told me to build a boat, an ark, so I thought I should.
Are you sure you can build this ark? Remember the shelf?
Don't worry, God showed me how to build it, I can do it myself.
The ark is very big, Father. Too large for our family.
It's not only for us, son, but for all the animals you see.
All the animals, Father? They'll be hard to find.
They will find the ark, son, 2 of every kind. Hey, what's the big hold-up? Why can't we go?
It's those tortoises in front. That's why we're going so slow.
There's no need to panic. We'll all be boarded soon.
Yeah, we'll soon be out of here. Sometime in June. And it's still March.
I thought this was a cruise ship, but it's just a wooden boat.
Who cares what it looks like, dear? As long as it can float.
But a cruise is what I hoped for, not this wooden crate.
Get on board, stop whining, before it is too late.
It looks like it's going to rain, Father. Let's quickly get inside.
It might rain for a long time. Get ready for the ride. Noah was right. It was not going to stop raining for a long time. 40 days and 40 nights it rained. Soon the whole earth was covered with water. But those on the ark were safe. The ark tossed up and down on the waves. But Noah and his family and all the animals were safe and dry inside the ark. Then one day, the rain stopped. There's water everywhere. I'll send a bird to find land.
Here's a dove you can use.
And he put it in his hand.
The dove is back so quickly. I guess it found no land.
We'll try again tomorrow. And that is what he planned. The next day, Noah sent out a dove, and this time it returned with an olive leaf. This meant the water was going down. The following day, Noah sent out the dove again, and this time it did not return.
Father, the dove did not return. Did it lose its way?
No, my son, it found dry land, and there the dove will stay. The ark landed on top of a mountain. Noah and his family and all the animals came out. Noah thanked God for keeping them safe. God promised that he would never again make it rain so much that the whole earth was flooded. God then made the rainbow as a symbol and a reminder of the promise.
Start from the beginning. Psalm 105:4. Depend on the Lord for strength. Always go. Next part goes to him for help. All right, do you guys think you got it? You want to start from the beginning? All right, let's do the whole thing over again, starting from the very top. Okay, here we go. It's John 1:6:33. I have told you these things so that you can have peace in me. In this world, you will have trouble. But be brave. I have defeated the world. Okay, let's try it. Let's start from the beginning. We got Proverbs 3:5. Trust the Lord completely and don't depend on your own knowledge. All right, so let's start from the beginning because we got a lot here. So we're going to start with 2 Kings 6:1-7. Then Elisha prayed, and he said, Lord, I ask you, open my servant's eyes so that he can see.
Hey kids, it's time for another Bible story, and this Bible story is about a guy named Daniel. That's right, and Daniel was a guy, but he wasn't a normal guy, oh no. He was up there helping the king of a foreign land because Daniel was originally from Israel, but he was captured as a young person, that's right, a young person like you, and then he worked for the king. He used all of his God-given talents and he worked for the king. Well, the other people that worked with Daniel didn't like him because, you know what, he was a pretty hard worker, and so they set a trap for him. You see, they knew that Daniel prayed 3 times per day. That's right, he had his own gap time, 3 times per day. And what they said is, they said, hey, when Daniel goes to pray, when he goes to pray, we're going to go ahead and set a trap for him. And they had the king sign a law that said anyone who prays is going to get thrown into the den of lions. And so Daniel went and he prayed because he was consistent. So he prayed, and when they did, they captured him. They captured poor Daniel. And you know what they did? They threw him right into a den of lions. They were hungry. The Bible says that they didn't feed the lions for a bunch of days. How do you feel when you don't get fed for a bunch of days? That's right, I feel hungry. And that's how the lions felt. And they were ready to eat poor Daniel. Oh no! But an amazing thing happened. Daniel had to stay there, and they thought when they were going to open the door that Daniel was going to be dead. That's right. But an amazing thing happened because when he was there, God helped him. That's right. Jesus was right there with Daniel. And as Daniel prayed, oh, please help me, because he was in a den of lions. That's right. Please help me, God went ahead and shut the lion's mouth. That's right. And they went up and they probably tried to eat Daniel even, but their mouths were shut. And so when they opened the door, the lions were just sleeping like, because they were still hungry. They hadn't eaten Daniel. And when they opened the door, Daniel was all right. A truth to say that when we go through hard times, God, Jesus, walks there with us. Thanks, Daniel. You gonna keep on praying? Yeah? You thirsty? And we'll see you next week.
they got to know it is we win when we let Jesus win. Okay, all the boys, nice and loud. We win when we let Jesus win. Girls, louder. We win when we let Jesus win. Now everybody who's left-handed. We win when we let Jesus win. You back there, I know you're left-handed. You didn't say it. Okay, everybody all together. We win when we let Jesus win. Okay, on the left, are you ready? Here we go. To the right. Until we get to heaven, until we get home, God our Father will not leave us alone. On the left, are you ready? Here we go. On the right, until we get to heaven, until we get home, God our Father will not leave us alone. One more time. You guys on the left, are you ready? Here we go. Left side, ready? Right side, until we get to heaven, until we get home, God our Father will not leave us alone. Now all together, now that you've all practiced it, until we get to heaven, until we get home, God our Father will not leave us alone. Say it with me, kids. This is something to get yourself centered, get yourself back with God. Boys first. Boys, nice and loud. Put down the iPad, put down the iPhone, spend some time with God alone. Girls, louder. I know you're louder, girls. Put down the iPad, put down the iPhone, spend some time with God alone. Okay, everybody together. Put down the iPad, put down the iPhone, spend some time with God alone. You there in the back, trust me on this. Say it loud, stand up, say it proud, say it with me loud now. When God's plans are big and He's got so much for you, trust Him with everything you do. Okay, everybody on the right over here. Your right, not mine. On the right. When God's plans are big and He's got so much for you, trust Him with everything you do. Now the left. When God's plans are big and He's got so much for you, trust Him with everything you do. One more time all together. When God's plans are big and He's got so much for you, trust Him with everything you do. Now let's go get that mozzarella. I just totally lost that. Hey kids, it's Kay from the ICC, the International Cheese something Control.
Today on Bible Story Theater, there's a story of two sisters, Mary and Martha. Now, Mary and Martha were sisters, and they were very different. No, not just in the color of their hair. No, they were different in how they did things. And here's a story about Mary and Martha. Mary and Martha one day had a very important visitor.
Oh, who's the visitor? Who's the visitor?
Well, I'll tell you. The visitor is Jesus.
Oh, they were so excited. Oh, Jesus was coming. Jesus was coming.
And so Martha decided, I know what I'll do. I'll go ahead and I'll start making sandwiches. And so she made sandwiches. And she started cleaning the whole house. She started cleaning the whole house. She started vacuuming the plants. She started dusting the pictures. She started making sandwiches. She started doing all this work. All of it. Oh! And then Jesus walked in. Oh, Jesus! Mary said,
Jesus, sit down right here.
And Mary sat right at Jesus' feet. She sat and she listened to him. She heard the stories that he told. She was just giving all her attention to him. While Martha, you know what Martha was doing? going to get the sandwiches and dusting and making sure he was comfortable and making sure he had water. And she was moving all around. Oh, she was going so fast. That's right, so very fast. And then she looked at her sister. Bom, bom, bom. She looked at her sister and she went to Jesus. And she said to Jesus,
Jesus, can't you see all that I'm doing? I'm making the sandwiches, I'm dusting the plants, I'm making sure you're comfortable, I'm making sure you have all this water.
And Jesus said something that's a lesson to us. He said, well, what Mary is doing, what was Mary doing? That's right, just sitting at Jesus' feet, listening to him. Jesus said what Mary's doing is so much more important than what you're doing. Jesus wants us to spend time with him like Mary. Jesus doesn't want us to be so busy with sports and video games and computers and the internet and all those things. Maybe good things. But Jesus doesn't want us to be doing all these things and miss our time with Jesus. Remember that Jesus wants us to spend time with him. That's our Bible story for today. So say goodbye, ladies.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you next week.
Hey kids, it's Kay from the